consent over everything.
Greetings, family. This is Shaka representing Double Act today. A Double Act collaboration, unity in the black community, representing for COE, content over everything, and the one and only Gotkush TV, GKTV. We're here in Marble Arch, yeah, and I came out and I saw bare Ethiopians in their red, gold, and green regalia, and I got to realize it was a protest. And apparently, there's been some, unfortunate events taking place in Ethiopia in relation to the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. So we're going to speak to a few people and see Wagwan, get to know Wagwan, and find out more about what's been happening. I'm here with what's your name, bro?
My name is Ikalo Gebreselassie.
And you're from Eritrea?
I'm from Eritrea. I am a member of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. We are the same church in different countries, yeah.
Okay. So can you just give me an explanation as to why people are here protesting?
People are protesting in the last 2 years at least. There have been many churches burned in Ethiopia, and people have been, some people's houses, priests have been killed, and people have to move from place to place, displacement of people. So we are protesting this. The main thing this happened is recently there have been change in Ethiopia, change of regime, of leadership. So in the last thousands of years, we never have any ethnic or religious problems in Ethiopia. There are Muslim and Christian, they live in harmony. But the last change, the last regime change, which is Dr. Abiy Ahmed came to power, he is part of the Oromo national movement, and he came to power. And there is less peace in Ethiopia. So in some regions, like Somalia region, for example, around 15 churches. Let me get it through. There have been 30 churches have been attacked in Somali region, and there have been another 5 churches attacked and 3 tortured in the southern Sidama zone. And in southern regional areas, there have been at least 15 churches that were targeted and attacked, 3 of which were completely burned down. So we think this is very serious. And what we are asking is the government is not protecting those religious places, and he's not compensating the church or the people, the victims. So we are here to make the world know that there is oppression to the church in Ethiopia. This can be more political. Some people, they mix between the Ethiopian Orthodox Church and the Amhara supremacy in Ethiopia. The Amhara ruled Ethiopia for a long time, and then after the Amhara, the Tigray people have ruled again. They follow the same Ethiopian Orthodox Church. Now the recent change came from the Oromo, and the people, the elite, are more Protestant church, and they consider themselves like liberty, and they are oppressing for same-sex marriage in Ethiopia, whether men and female. They see that this church is not allowing them to go through for their cultural change in Ethiopia. So that's why I think the government is not protecting the church. So we see oppression of the church in Ethiopia, which is wrong.
So in relation to this then, so you say this has been going on for about 2 years. Yeah. Now we've heard a lot of good news coming out of the Ethiopia-Eritrea region recently because of the kind of the ceasefire, so to speak. Yes, there's been more unification and more talks going on. But are you saying that is not really the reality behind the scenes?
If you talk about international relations or neighbor relations between Eritrea and Ethiopia, yes, there have been peace. Yes.
But I understand that the current head of state in Ethiopia has been essential to those peace talks.
The current leader or the regime in power, the Oromo people, they might do this agreement with the Eritrean leader to oppress the Amhara, the previous leaders of Ethiopia. Right. Or could be to oppress the Tigrayan people as well. Okay. We don't know. But yes, internationally, the borders are peaceful now. Okay. And yeah, there is peace agreement between the two nations. But after this peace agreement, the thing we are worried about today, we are protesting today, is about burning the churches. If there is peace internationally, we should start peace from inside. We should respect each other phases. We know Ethiopian church used to be it had supremacy in Ethiopia. That we don't care. It can be equal to others. Yeah, it can be equal. Maybe they shouldn't consider Ethiopian church to be the superpower, superior, but we are happy to be equal with others. Muslim was Protestant or anything, but no attacks. Attacks is the most worrying thing.
Can I clarify though? You said that the government is not doing anything to protect the churches or compensate the churches, but you're not saying that the government is behind the attacks? Are you saying that the government are behind the attacks or not?
We don't have any proof that the government is behind those things, but unless if the government cannot do its duties, if he see those churches burned down and he don't track the perpetrators, and if he don't do anything, or if he don't put protection to the church, that means there is government. The government, so automatically it comes. We can say he is behind it. They are behind it. They doing nothing behind it. So if they acted when the first church burned in Somali region, also there was other unsettlement in that area. The others would have not been followed. But because the government take it easy, he never take its actions in the first church. Now we have more than 100 churches being burned down and attacked. So I think there is something to do with the government, which is the leadership of the Oromo, the elite in them. They are they come from Protestant. We don't say all Protestants are against the Orthodox, because we have lived in harmony there. If not as well, we should live in harmony. That's the target we have to go through.
Thank you very much. Yes, greetings family. I am here in Marble Arch, and we came out and we saw all our beautiful Ethiopian brothers and sisters out here demonstrating and protesting. We wanted to find out what was going on. I'm standing next to Father Kev of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, and we're going to ask him some questions and get some more information as to why our brothers and sisters are here protesting. Thank you for joining us, Father Kev. So why are our Ethiopian brothers and sisters here today?
Yeah, the reason why Ethiopian Orthodox Church in the United Kingdom in Ireland diocese were here demonstration. We have some problems in our country in Ethiopia. They have a problem. Some groups they're destroyed in the church and they're killing for the priests in the congregation. Because of that, we are here to oppose for and to address in the government to stop in this kind of problems.
Do we know who is attacking the churches?
No, but that is a domestic problem in Ethiopia. So still the government find out who was creating this problem. Still we're investigating the issue.
Right. So you're not saying the government is responsible. You just want the government to investigate.
Yeah, that is a government responsibility, because the government is supposed to be protecting for the congregation, the church, and all the population. So that is for the responsibility of the government.
No, I hear you. But you're not saying that the government is attacking the churches.
The government not attack the church. Right. The people is attacking the church, some groups, but they have to protect it to go to for judge.
Do you know who the groups are?
Well, that is different group. We don't know. That one the government to investigate and to address it for him, to find out who is creating this problem. There is not one church, two church. There's more than 8 churches, and so many people is died.
Do we know the numbers of casualties, the people that have died?
I'm not telling the exact number. I don't have that one, but the 8 churches burned, destroyed.
So since I've been here, a few people that don't know about the situation have asked me whether it's Muslims that are attacking the churches. Do we know anything about that, whether it's a religious conflict?
No, this is a domestic problem. I can't tell you just who is doing that, because we are all people is the same, but some people they have created to come to this point.
Right. On a similar point, somebody we spoke to earlier is saying that basically the government is not doing anything about it because the head of state at the moment is Oromo, and there's been historical conflict between the Amharic and the Oromo people. Is that the case?
We don't do that for that ethnicity. That is not a Oromo or other ethnic group. It's not any tribe. That is not a problem. The problem is it's coming. We don't know who. We can't identify. If you don't know someone, you can't judge him to say this one Oromo or that one. That is really is not. All these people who have so many Oromos, we are together.
Okay.
We can't do it. We can't say that. When you're living in your planet, your brother is going to crime. That means he's not doing it. It's your brother. So that's why we're living together. They're worshiping together. So we can't judge in Oromo until investigation. Maybe we announce that. Who is that?
Okay.
Yeah.
So recently, we've been getting a lot of good news out of Ethiopia in relation to the Ethiopia-Eritrea relations, and the Ethiopian head Ahmed is said to have been like important to making that happen. Yeah. So are we saying that basically is this a mark against his legacy at the moment? Because if he's able to create more peace between Ethiopia and Eritrea, how come he's not able to do it between people in Ethiopia?
Yeah, they are peacefully now. Just it was before we had a problem in Ethiopia and Eritrea. Now this time we have very peacefully. Most of the people is in Eritrea now. We are here to worship it together. As we have one religion, that is Ethiopian and Orthodox Church. Okay. That's why we are one in the Christ. So that's a politics issue. It's not a religion issue.
Okay.
Even in London, United Kingdom, all over the world, Ethiopian and Eritrean people is working together. Right. We don't have that political issue different than for our church politics. So now at the moment we have a peaceful Ethiopia and Eritrea. We don't have any issue now. We are peacefully now.
That's good. So what are you hoping to get out of today?
Because of we have to show in our effort for the synod, our Ethiopian synod, so they have so many decisions to requesting for the government to do it. Right. So we supporting our synod. Right. The synod is our church head of the headquarters of the church. We following for his voice, and that's why we come to support him.
Okay. So is there anything that the African community in the UK can do to support what you're trying to raise awareness of today?
No, we don't have African communities. They have some Caribbean community. We have Caribbean, the same Orthodox church we are here with us. Yes. And Ethiopian church with us as well. So any Ethiopian church follower, they will come to join us today.
So you're trying to basically just organize the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, right?
Yeah, that's why we're organizing for this issue. Yes. But we have next week they have the big celebration. Anyone, you can come to join us for the True Cross Foundation of the Cross. So we have a big celebration next week. So you can come anyone there.
All right. Are there going to be any more events that in relation to this protest and this issue?
We don't have issues now today. Right. So there's this question. Maybe we're going to tomorrow to addressing it for the Ethiopian embassy, to addressing for the government in Ethiopia. Okay. That was the next step. Okay. So still we're waiting for that one until the next tomorrow.
So let people know where they can get in touch with your church if they want to find out more, or just in terms of getting to know your church.
Say again?
I'm saying let people know where they can find your church if they want to find out more, or just get to know your church.
Yeah, but if it's not getting the answer, we still will continue. This demonstration is non-stop. It's not today. It's not the last day. This is the starting day. Right. So we continue until we get the solution. Yes. So all the church is supporting us to come for this point.
So where's your church?
My church is in Cricklewood, in northwest London, and very close to Cricklewood. Okay. We bought a new church now, 1 year ago. Okay. So now we are enjoying. We are living in London. So many congregations we have. So still worshiping.
Thank you very much, Brother Kev, for joining us. We appreciate it very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. So learning about the existence of empires in other places might not be high on your agenda.
It's not even that. They haven't done anything.
But I've just given you about 5-6 different examples of empires that existed on the continent of Africa.
But you have to give me
now you have to ask me. Now you have to ask. No. But I don't have to give you one.
Like the Ottoman Empire, the Mongolian Empire.
Yeah,